The BC Tech Fund is a $100 million venture capital fund that helps take small businesses from startup to the next level of growth. It's important because businesses often have a hard time finding capital, and as a result, even if you have the best idea, you can fail if you don't have the money you need to grow.
So in 2014, when we began this venture, stakeholders were coming to us and they were telling us that there's a real shortage of access to venture capital, in particular in BC. And it was also because two of the largest venture capital firms in BC had recently left the venture landscape, and they had been operating for over 20 years. And what was left were very few young venture firms. And so all combined, there was a significant shortage of capital.
The biggest challenge for creating and launching the BC Tech Fund was just the complexity overall of venture capital and the lack of understanding in government about what the venture capital ecosystem was all about and why the government needed to be involved.
Because the venture capital industry is quite small here in BC and in Canada in general, we needed to have a fairness advisor to support ensuring the fairness of the process, and that proponents felt comfortable that they were being treated fairly and consistently.
One of the most unique parts of developing the BC Tech Fund was the way that we were able to use expert validators to help us with the fund design. There were some risks associated with what we were doing because it was innovative, and by finding the right validators to test what we were doing, we were able to mitigate a lot of that risk. So other governments, I think, have an opportunity to really learn from our experience with the BC Tech Fund. I think the fact that we released all of our documentation, the Limited Partnership Agreement, the Fairness Advisory Report, publicly is a stepping stone that other governments can use in order to see what we did and how it worked, and use that as a starting point.
Innovation comes from collaboration, and we had so many different people from different areas in government, consultants, and so that enabled innovation because we were all thinking about how we could do things differently, how we can enable our proponents to be successful.
The BC Tech Fund was an innovative response, but it was also a necessary response. Venture capital is the fuel that really helps technology companies grow. And when they grow, innovation is adopted in the general landscape and in the marketplace, and we also see a lot of economic development as a result.